Hi, I'm Eja.
And I'm Heather. We're the co-hosts of the music-themed,
Language learning.
song-focused podcast, English as a Singing Language.
And right now, we're in the middle of winter.
Yes, we are. Last week was 20 degrees below 0 Celsius every day.
I bet you were miserable in the cold.
I sure was. The gray skies and the snow got me thinking about the song we're going to talk about today.
Is it a gloomy winter song?
It is, but we're going to use it to practice fluency, so that makes it fun.
I wonder what song it is. I can't wait to find out.
Me neither. Let's get started.
Hey, Heather. Fancy meeting you here. Where are you off to?
I'm headed to the coffee shop. I'm freezing. All I can think about is getting a cup of hot chocolate.
Sounds good. Mind if I join you?
Of course not. Let's go.
So I noticed you were humming a winter song just now.
I was. It was the 1966 song by Simon Garfunkel, A Hazy Shade of Winter.
I remember it from the 1987 cover by the Bangles.
I love that version too. It was a big hit when I was in high school.
The Bangles' lead singer, Susanna Hoffs, said this about deciding to cover the song, quote, "I'm listening to K-Earth 101, an oldies station. I'm alone in this dark room, and all I had was the radio. Hazy Shade of Winter came on one day. I thought I was a Simon and Garfunkel aficionado, but I somehow had missed that badass folk rock song of theirs. I ran to our band rehearsal that night and was like, we have to cover this song."
The Bangles took the folk rock song from Simon and Garfunkel and made it a pop song. In fact, their cover was more popular than the original song.
Well, our listeners can try both versions and see which one they like best.
Either version is great to practice fluency.
We have talked about other songs that are good for practicing fluency in previous episodes.
We have. There was ABBA's song, Take a Chance on Me.
And Michael Franti's The Sound of Sunshine, which is also fantastic for practicing fluency.
I wish we had some sunshine today.
Whether we're talking about a gloomy winter song or a cheery summer song, they're both good for fluency practice.
Listeners can go back and check out those songs if they want more fluency practice.
And this song also has nice examples of thought groups.
Thought groups?
Yes. When we speak, we pause between phrases to make it easier to understand.
So we don't just talk and talk without pausing because that would be really difficult for the listener.
Exactly. For example, in the first line, time, time, time. See what's become of me, while I looked around for my possibilities.
That sounds very natural.
It does. This song is about passing time and how the cold winter weather makes the singer feel.
How about the next line? I was so hard to please. What does that mean, Eja, to be hard to please?
It means that a person is never happy, never satisfied.
I think I might be hard to please sometimes.
Probably everyone is from time to time. Sometimes things just don't seem right, no matter what.
Definitely true for me. The next part is the refrain. Look around, the leaves are brown, and the sky is a hazy shade of winter. Really nice thought groups, and a good description of what the weather is like today.
It's definitely cold, gray, and hazy today. When the sun is out, everything looks crisp and clear.
But when it's cloudy and cold, it looks fuzzy and hazy.
The next line is, hear the Salvation Army band. Down by the riverside, there's bound to be a better ride than what you've got planned.
That line has good examples of thought groups. And what is a Salvation Army band?
The Salvation Army started brass bands in the 1890s. The groups had brass horns and drums.
Interesting. The next line is good for fluency practice too. Carry your cup in your hand.
It seems like the singer is a little depressed about the brown leaves and the hazy shade of winter.
I can relate to that feeling. And I agree the song is a little gloomy so far.
The next lines are a little hopeful.
I think maybe a little hopeful.
Hang on to your hopes, my friend. That's an easy thing to say.
Hang on to is a useful phrasal verb meaning to keep something carefully and not let it go.
Right. And it is easy to say. Sometimes it is easy to get discouraged and lose hope.
Especially in the winter.
The rest of that line is, but if your hopes should pass away, simply pretend that you can build them again.
Even if you lose hope, you should at least pretend that you can regain your dreams and keep going.
The next two parts have some interesting images, along with the fluency with pauses and thought groups.
The next lines are, seasons change with the scenery, weaving time in a tapestry.
Wow, that's a really wonderful description.
Thinking about how the seasons change, winter, then spring, followed by summer and fall.
The scenery changes from snow to flowers to green leaves, and then the trees turn red, gold, orange, and brown.
And those images are woven into a tapestry.
That's cool figurative language.
Right. You can't actually weave time like you weave cotton or wool into a piece of material or fabric.
Or a tapestry.
A tapestry is a large decorative rug that usually has a beautiful pattern or picture woven into it.
They usually hang on the wall like a painting.
So the singer is describing how the different seasons weave together to make a beautiful tapestry. Maybe winter doesn't seem so bad if you think about it like that.
Exactly. It's just part of the beautiful tapestry of life.
That's lovely. So the next lines are, the grass is high, the fields are ripe, it's the springtime of my life.
See, spring is coming, and soon life will be full of hope and new beginnings.
Nice. In the last verse, the lyrics go, funny how my memory skips while looking over manuscripts of unpublished rhyme.
The singer is looking at manuscripts, writing that has not been published yet, and their memory skips around thinking about different points in the past.
And this is another line that's good for practicing pauses and fluency.
The last line is perfect for today.
There's a patch of snow on the ground.
There are many small patches of snow on the ground today.
And a patch is a small area that is different from the area surrounding it.
Like in a month or so, you'll be very happy to see patches of flowers everywhere.
You're right. I will be very happy.
I think we're ready to sing.
Me too.
Listeners, there are links to both the Simon and Garfunkel 1966 version
And the Bangles 1987 cover in the episode notes.
They're both great for practicing fluency and thought groups,
Make sure you sing out loud as you listen.
especially if the leaves are brown.
And it's a hazy shade of winter. Sitting here with a nice cup of hot chocolate, talking about this great song, I don't even mind that it's a cold winter's day, Eche.
Me neither. What a great way to spend an afternoon.
And before we know it, there will be patches of flowers everywhere.
Just think about the seasons weaving together in the beautiful tapestry of this year.
That's a terrific way to think of it.
Listeners, make sure that you like and subscribe to the podcast so you won't miss an episode.
You can listen on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or on YouTube.
Pretty much anywhere you listen to podcasts.
You can also follow us on Instagram @SingingLanguages.
Until next time, have fun and
Just keep singing.